Mario Kart, one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. I have played nearly every entry to death. I guess not a lot of Super Mario Kart, but Mario Kart was always my go-to. And Mario Kart 8 was one of my favorite games ever. I played it to death on the Wii U, one of the first games I got with my Wii U. I bought the DLC there, and then I got it on Switch, and I was excited to play it there. The first game I got with the console, even though I'd already played it to death on Wii U. Then it eventually got its own DLC in terms of the Booster Course Pass, and I ate it up. And ever since then, I've just been waiting for a new Mario Kart, because as much as I love Mario Kart 8, I've been playing it for like probably 9 years at this point. Maybe even more. I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now. So I was very excited to see Mario Kart be the first game they show off on the Nintendo Switch 2 back when that trailer launched, that little hardware teaser. I was in my TV class and I watched it and I ended up saying like, "Oh, F yeah," when they revealed Mario Kart, and then my teacher looked over at me and I was like, "Oh, my bad." Just a little excited there. So a lot of this Switch 2 hype for me was going to hinge on Mario Kart 9, as we called it at the time. So what did we end up getting? Well, it's going in the direction of being an open world Mario Kart, kind of. Like, they're going to be a mode where you can just, like, free roam and, like, drive throughout the tracks and go off-road and stuff and take pictures with your friends with the new, like, online chat features and stuff. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I understand, like, how they're going with the new Grand Prix mode where you can, like, you can drive to the different courses. Like, you do 3 laps here, and then the next 2 laps are just, like, driving to the new location, and then you finish a lap there, and then you do the same thing for the rest of the courses. I like that idea a lot, but I'm not sure how I like the idea of just, like, open world Mario Kart, because I can't see myself just, like, getting together with a group of friends and just, like, exploring the track. Like, not more than a couple minutes, because, I don't know, that just seems boring to me. That's not what I want to do with my racing game. I want to be competitive, and I want to be playing online. I want to be destroying relationships with friends. I don't want to go around just, like, performing tricks. But, I don't know, maybe it could be fun. Because Mario Kart games recently have had some really tight and fun controls, and especially with the things you're going to be able to do in this game, like they showed off in the treehouse and in the trailers. Like, now you're going to be able to rail grind, which is something I've been asking for in Mario Kart for many, many years. You're going to be able to, like, drive on walls and wall jump, which is different from anti-gravity. You'll, like, literally be able to, like, cling to the walls and, like, jump from side to side and stuff. It's completely different from anti-gravity. And honestly, I will take this over anti-gravity. I do think it's a really cool idea to, like, add some Mario into Mario Kart. Give Mario Kart, like, some Mario moveset where you're jumping all around and you're sliding on the walls and stuff like that. Like, make it feel like Mario, because a lot of Mario Kart's identity in terms of its relation to Mario has always been in, like, its characters and its themes and its tracks and stuff like that, and it's the items and stuff. But now, giving Mario Kart the feel of a Mario game, it's just an incredible idea. And maybe that will make the, like, open world parts, like, exciting. Maybe it'll be like exploring the castle in Mario 64, just like where you can just play the game and you can just control it in this world and explore, and it'll be fun. There'll be stuff to find, and it's just fun to control. Maybe it'll be like that. Maybe it won't. We will see. There are a few things that worry me. Like, we all saw the trailer that had, like, the Moo Cow and then all the Mario enemies and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the items and stuff look fun. Like, the new, what do we see? We saw the hammer item, like, the hammer bro can throw. We saw the coin box, and then there's the whole, like, food system where you can, like, unlock costumes in the middle of the race, and I still don't understand exactly how that works. But we have that now. We have carts that are just built, unlike Mario Kart 7 and 8, where you could, like, individually select each part of your cart. Now they're just, like, pre-built, which is fine. It probably works out better that way anyway. But the roster is what's concerning me a little bit, because it seems like, obviously, the game is going to have 24 players in it for stuff like the Knockout Challenge, which is also something I really appreciate and something I've been wanting in Mario Kart, some sort of Battle Royale system where each lap somebody's eliminated until there's one person left. But the roster kind of worries me, because we can see, oh, it's cute. There's a Goomba, and there's a Pokey, and then there's a Dolphin, and a Sidestepper, and a Coin Coffer, and all these weird, goofy Mario enemies. And it makes sense they have to fill out the roster, because there's going to be 24 players on the course at once. They need a lot of characters in this game. But I don't know if I like that whole angle of things. Like, does this mean we're not going to get, like, Link and the villager and stuff returning non-Mario characters? I was hoping we'd get Kirby in the next Mario Kart. I don't think that'll happen, especially because Kirby's getting his own racing game this year, which is another weird thing that they're putting these out in the same year. I don't know why they wouldn't space that one out to 2026, but it's whatever. And it just, like, I thought this would finally be the opportunity, because 24 players, they need a lot of characters. Like, maybe we'd get stuff like, you know, Professor EGAD or Starlo, or maybe some, like, Paper Mario characters. Maybe we get Marlin or something like that. But that does not seem to be the case. It seems like it's just going to be, like, your standard Mario characters, plus, like, Pauline, I guess. I guess she's a standard Mario character now. I don't know. And then a bunch of Mario enemies. I don't think we're getting, like, Diddy Kong and Funky Kong, which is disappointing. So that's a major concern. And then the elephant in the room being the cost of the new game. $80. The first Nintendo game to be sold for $80. The first, like, AAA game at launch. No DLC, no deluxe edition, just standard Mario Kart game cartridge. $80. That's a lot. And there's some other games that are being sold for $80, but you can make the argument, oh, they're like $60 and $70 games with upgrades in the case of Mario Party Jamboree and the Switch 2 edition, and the Kirby and the Forgotten Land Switch 2 edition, and the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition. But this doesn't have that excuse that you can make. And I know a lot of people are concerned with, like, the Switch 2 prices, and I feel like the games are the only things I'm concerned about. Like, the other accessories, like, they're kind of expensive, and then I feel like $450 is fair for the Switch 2. I would have preferred if it was $400, but $450 is fine. It's passable, comparable to, like, the PlayStation 5 and the newest Xbox. And I know that it's not as powerful as those consoles, but it's getting there. Like, look at some of the launch games that we're getting with this console, and it's not just launch games, but, like, games in general. Like, the next FromSoft game is gonna be a Switch 2 exclusive. This thing is pretty beefy. There's a lot of, like, particle effects and a lot of moving pieces and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Like, this is truly a next-gen console, even if it's not as powerful as the other consoles. But it's a handheld, and it's Nintendo, so you can't expect it to be. So yeah, I'm fine with the price of the console at this point, but $80 for a base game is outrageous. You can always get the Switch 2 bundle, a Mario Kart bundle, for only $50 more, so you're saving $30 there. But that's before the tariffs that are going to be imposed on the countries where these games and consoles are produced. Like, Vietnam is where I believe where the Switch 2 consoles are being produced, and that's getting hit one of the highest. It's at like 46%. And then I think China's in the 30s, and I think Japan is at 24. I think some Switch games are produced there, and that's going to be no fun, because Nintendo decided to halt pre-orders in order to assess the tariff situation. And I was assuming, oh, these prices are like, maybe the prices are just high because they're building in for tariffs. They're preparing for the tariffs. But no, that was before the tariffs. After the tariffs, the Switch could be like 600, 700, something insane like that. And then what are the games gonna be at that rate? Like, it's a scary thought. And the fact that Nintendo was trying to sell the game Mario Kart World before tariffs at $80 is insane. Like, I was defending Nintendo for a while there in, like, my Discord server, and I was, like, saying, oh, it's not that, it kind of sucks, but, like, tariffs and stuff. But no, this had nothing to do with tariffs. If there were no tariffs, Mario Kart World would cost $80, which is insane, but people are going to buy it anyway. People have been waiting so long for Mario Kart. People are going to buy this console at launch, but maybe it won't be a lot. Like, there's a lot more outrage than normal with this kind of stuff, and it really makes me think, are people going to vote with their wallets this time and, like, actually shut down this Nintendo nonsense? Or, like, are people just going to buy it anyway and just, like, let Nintendo kind of screw us over a little bit? I'm still deciding what I'm going to do. I'll have to wait until they announce what the new prices will be before I decide if I'm getting it at launch. I'd like to get it at launch, but, of course, that might not be viable for me. Or it might just be the principle. Like, if it's going to be this much, it's not worth it. Don't get it. And I know there's, like, other regions that have it worse. Like, Switch games are, like, $100 already. Like, it's insane in some regions what these things are going to cost. But time will tell. Hopefully the tariffs are figured out and they don't go through, or at least not to the extent that they're supposed to. And maybe even Nintendo will pull a 3DS. They'll cut the price after people complain and stop buying the console. But hey, we can only dream, right? Because the Switch has been so successful that I think Nintendo is becoming complacent again and assuming that, oh, people will just buy our stuff because we're Nintendo, but that's not always the case. Some people are not stupid Nintendo fans that will just, like, buy up anything that they sell. I say this as one of those stupid Nintendo fans that bought Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, let's hope this situation is figured out. Maybe Nintendo will lower prices at some point later down the line and make the Switch more accessible to its user base. But right now, it's kind of up in the air in that department. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my lonely watchers.